Alright, it's a dark and stormy night. At least it is where I am. Not sure how it is where you are, but let's get travelling down to Nashkel. Broke stealth there, so we'll hide in the shadows as usual. Hobgoblin. I'm guessing there'd be a couple there. Well, option one would be a sleep spell. We can probably deal with these guys with our bow as usual. It's not good. Only one manoeuvring on us. I better get around this corner and stealth again. Those new boots are really great, aren't they? Let's roll up top. Looks like only the one following us, so we may as well take him out for free. There we go. Should notice too, our Thaco is improving as we level up as well. A little bit, not as much as a fighter would. Actually, that was something I wanted to tap into just for a second here, because I went to talk about it before, but I had planned this character originally to be a fighter mage thief, which would have been fun, but I find they level up very, very slowly. Let's see if it's just him. Looks like it is. Let's risk a backstab. He didn't get a chance. And put an arrow in him. But yeah, the reason I held off on the fighter mage thief is that it's not exactly... It's a very slow leveling up character. They're very powerful early on. I actually had a playthrough where I got as far as... I got past the first set of mines we have to go to and all the way to a camp. Trying to avoid too many spoilers here, but it was an absolute beast, but it was taking so long to get any spell casting happening that I figured we'd be quite behind for a fair bit of the game. So it's one of those things where I held off. Now let's see if he turns up. I suspect he will. If it's just him, we might backstab him. He's heading to our last known location. You may notice that sometimes the AI cheats and manages to find us anyway. Probably put an arrow in you in a second. Let's do that. Kathok. Nope. Little bit more. That'll do it. Cop. Go with blade. There we go. Collecting silver rings at the moment. I suspect we'll find some more before the day's out. So a couple of things to think about with this game. There's two of them. So Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, and then there's the expansions for both. So we'll be playing through Baldur's Gate 1, Tales of the Sword Coast expansion, and then Baldur's Gate 2 and Tales of the and the Throne of Baal, which is like a mini game, honestly. Probably the best expansion I've ever seen in a game before. So we're very lucky with Baldur's Gate that it came before the DLC wave. But in short, the game plays very differently when you play at very high levels, and if we do play as far as Shadows of Arm and then Throne of Baal, we will see some higher level abilities coming into play. And the problem I find with playing a fighter mage thief is that you basically never get the highest level of spellcasting. I mean, you can if we... I mean, we have unhooked the level cap, because I don't like playing when I can't level up. But, yeah. That's why we've gone with just a mage thief. And it's a different kind of play when we play this sort of character. Aodhan's very weak in close range combat, but will pick up some pretty amazing abilities later on and be able to pretty much deal with any kind of threat. Ooh, that's an archer. We might try and get behind him if he's going to turn up here. He's got a bow out. That means we'll get a bonus to hit him in melee. Oops, that's not good. Oh, I hit him with a bow. That was silly. Let's push to close range. Oh!
Perhaps I'm a bit more hurt than I thought.
Would look that way. Pop a potion. Okay, let's keep ourselves moving. I have never had a hobgoblin hit me like that. That was something else. You ready for it? And... keep him at the very limit of our range. And hit him with a bow. There he goes. I've never had that happen. I mean, it was a critical hit, but even so, that's incredible. Alright, we'll break up these hobgoblins and then we'll keep moving in. Before too long, we'll get some spells that'll make encounters like this an absolute breeze. So, oh, it's an arrow coming in. There we go. Notice we break stealth when we loot. Let's sneak in through here and see what we can find. Oh, that's right. This is another named item. I should really have that uniques mod because it really does improve pickups like that. But we've got the Colquetl family amulet. I'm going to put it up here so there's no chance of us selling it. We'll get rid of these. Get rid of these. There we go. And we may come back through here and do wider sweeps of these areas to get more experience points as well. Chartil. Yes. Again, that's a mod that's moved her into a more logical starting position. Good mod. I don't know why I've installed it because I'm not playing with any NPCs. Alright, let's get ourselves moving. I wonder if it's this one or this one. It might be this one, and if it is... No, I won't do it this way. There's a cool thing you can do. I was going to try and be cool and interesting. Let's... Oh, here we go. Yes, so there's a certain quest that almost teleports you into this town of Nashkel to the south, but I'd rather not do that to you guys, so you can see the real flow of the game and how it's supposed to be. I reckon we might rest, actually. Oh, the kobolds. Encountering these pretty early.
Don't touch me.
Again, rather easy to take out, but they are usually in quite high numbers, so... A faraway city... Ah, yes, most interesting. Mind the kobolds up there. There we go. Anything else up here? Bit of gold. Okay. And on to Nashkel. I really miss the old cutscenes that used to play. Highly recommend, actually.
With your hurried flight from Candlekeep barely behind you, the troubles facing the...
Highly recommend that you go back and find the old cinematics for the original game that would play when you entered all the different parts of the game.
Stand away, citizen!
Hello, Bardolin. Ah, yes. Well, we're here at the inn. Let's go have a quiet drink. What's the worst that could happen? Let's talk to the innkeeper.
Never had rats. No sorry.
Hmm.
It may be a touch unladylike, but I'm gonna slit your throat, I am.
Just fancy my luck seeing you stroll in here bold as day. I expect a hunt and a chase from your description, but who am I to argue easy coins in the purse? May the Lord of Shadows guide you swiftly to your death. Another bounty hunter. It's quite clever of them hanging out in the inns. I will defend myself if I must. If you wish to die, then attack as you will. By all means, defend as you wish. If you were simply to lay down and die, there would be no intrigue in this profession at all. I guess we're both bounty hunters. Now, my experience is it's actually quite hard to disrupt the spellcasting of clerics. If you think about it, actually, each bounty hunter is almost a caricature of a different class. Tarnish was a mage. What was his name? The dwarf in the Red Chief Inn. Tip of my tongue. He's a warrior. And Neira, well, she is a cleric. Her spells can be just as destabilizing, though, so we're going to try and disrupt it if we can. Interesting. She's not spellcasting. Let's see if she follows us out here. She doesn't. Well, that means a little backstab, I think. Unless we want to try and trap her. That would be interesting. We sneak past her and drop some traps down here. Oops. We won't be able to quick save, though, so... Snare succeeded. That should be enough, I think. Let's try and drop a backstab on her and see if we can take her out. That's one. And thump. And let's put an arrow. And she's slowed. Our special traps now have a slowing effect on them. Which means we might get that one shot in. I guess not. But slowing... Ooh. I think we need to disrupt that spell if we can. Here we go. That worked. And because she's slow, we should have no issues taking her out. Ow. Come on, take her out. Really? I should have used the wand. Ooh, crap. Cause moderate wounds. She's serious at the moment, isn't she? I think I'm going to get myself hit if I stay there much longer. Use your bow. Incredible. Even when I try some more advanced tactics, she still got a nasty hit on me, as did that hobgoblin before. Let's get a level up with some good stuff here. Okay. First things first, we get level 2 spells. That's really, really good. Get some additional skill points too. I think we've got enough to leave that at 75 and call that a completed skill for now. I'm happy to not really worry about save scumming. If we fail there, we fail. Time to get more in the way of... I think it's time for us to put 5 here and put this into find traps. I don't want to muck around with traps. They're pretty nasty. Weapons to work with. So 2-weapon style would be really good. We're using 1 weapon at the moment. This would give us a bonus to attack and a wider critical hit range. This is a really, really good thing to have. Bonus to armor class and a bonus to critical. Getting a backstab and a critical at the same time is not impossible. That's pretty good. So now that will happen in 1 in 10 hits rather than 1 in 20. I think of it like that. Another option would be we could go to blunt weapons and have a bit more flexibility around weaponry. So if we find a club that we like or a quarterstaff, and they're good against the undead. But all long swords. Certainly a backstab with a really big sword will do more damage. Crossbows, plenty of good ideas, but I think I'm going to stick with single weapon style. It's only really worth it to me to put 1 point in here. But a bit of extra armor class and a bit more damage will see us well, I think. Okay, mage spells. Mirror Image. If we ever are forced into melee combat, Mirror Image will save our necks, and Web will be excellent for disrupting groups of enemies. We'll grab 1 of each. And we need to have a rest anyway, so let's do that. Yeah, let's have a sleep. We slept for 6 days. Wow, we got hit once, and we slept for 6 days. Oh yeah, this guy. See if he has any items. It's possible for items to appear in Storekeep's inventory as well.
Welcome to my humble establishment.
Storekeep. It's a weird name, isn't it? Like shopkeeper, but anyway. Ninja Toe. Again, I think this should really be a short sword, but that's just me. We've got plenty of arrows, potion cases, everything. Yeah, we're good. Well, let's sell what items we have here. Actually, I'm going to hold off for a sec because I think we might be able to easily get some improved... What's it called? Eyes of Truth and Chainmail. I'd say it's a Chainmail +1. We'll do a big identification run soon. Hey, Baron.
For the glory of Arm!
That's not at all how I pictured him. So yes, we have troubles in the mines. We'd like some help. We don't actually get to respond at all. He's just like, yep, thanks, you'll help, and we'll reward you handsomely, goodbye. So that's good to know. We can't ask any questions at all, so we just do that quest. Alright, Ublek.
Oh, you have returned, and so soon.
Am I Grey Wolf? Well, if I say yes I am, I get 200 gold pieces, and that would be nice, but I'd much rather say no, I'm not Grey Wolf. And instead, I get an increase in my... Yeah, we're still popular. An increase in my reputation, which means I'll get a tiny bit more gold with every single purchase as we go. Let's sell some stuff while we're here. 680 gold. That's our current bounty. Good stuff. We can't even use the Eyes of Truth, so we'll sell that. We're doing quite well, actually. Yeah, well, we could... Yeah, we'll cast a spell later on. Is there anything in here? Yes. We'll grab all of these. Sell. Ammo. Yep. Potions. Nope. Scrolls. Alright. Let's see if we can't identify that chainmail before we leave town. Ah, it's my main man. Where is he? There he is. Minsk. The one, the legend. Okay. Bit of a strange one here, but there's actually a quest we can get. But we have to get through a locked door to talk to someone. So I always found this a bit strange that we sort of, you know, pick our way in or smash the door down and then say, "Can we help you?"
Hello there.
Hello there. Give us all your money or die. Information on the mines. Husband's down there. We'll try and help him. Okay, wedding ring. Greenstone ring. Remember that one? I haven't been into this inn for ages. The Belching Dragon. And I haven't been up into this estate either, so I might have a quick look around and just see what's in there.
Arms for the boy.
Oh. Bolo.
Yes, a tab. Another ale, young miss. I'll be sure to have your funds ready.
Tale of the Guard sounds good. Please do tell. Commander Brage. Well thought a family man has turned to senseless mayhem. A rampage like which I'd never heard. His fellow soldiers noted nothing out of this sort that would trigger such a transformation, but one notable item seems relevant. A new sword. Okay, about the mines. Tell us about the mines. So some kind of iron weakening plague. Oh well, that was interesting. Anybody else here we can talk to? This is probably why I don't really come here very often. This is not much to really hear. Oh well, we'll move on. There is one thing we could do here. How much do we really want experience points? Rather a lot. Edwin, my other main man. Nuba. Okay, we're going to turn off the AI. I suggest that if you are watching, you may as well skip forward several seconds. I'm going to try and get through this as fast as possible, because this is super annoying. Nuba hassles you for ages and ages and ages until finally he gives up and gives you experience points. You can also just kill him, but love the picture. Just to notice that. He's almost done. The things I do for experience points. That's it. 400 experience points. Excellent. Now, oh, there is an item over here. Let's bust in these farmhouses and see what's there as well. Let's rob people.
Been lousy lately.
Hi there. before I have to hurt you. Fair enough. Well, we won't do that. Incidentally, I have never found this item before. I played the EE versions with the function. Ooh, what's this? A shield +1, which we can't use, and a pearl. So some of these little spots do have things in them. That's good. Let's crack into this house too. Hey.
Get out here a long-tongued lout, ain't you?
Ooh, okay. Let's drop down to the corner so we can enable the mines as a location to quick jump to. And then after that, we'll go off to the east a little bit, I think. The mines aren't too hard. It might be worth us doing that first, but I'd like to go and see Brage. There's something out here, something hostile. Well, while we've got a couple of seconds, let's put down a snare. We know something bad's out there. I wonder if it's an invisible enemy of some sort. Luckily, we're not being pushed. Some of these are really brutal and you can't normally save in them. A winter wolf. Oh, you know, this is one of the edge cases where having the Belt of Antiquity actually makes a lot of sense. We go for a backstab. We'd likely take some damage as well if we did. We could try and sleep him. Let's see if that will work. Or we could try and web him as well. Let's try a web spell. He's held. Okay, we are ourselves vulnerable to the web, so we're going to sit on the outside, around the outside, around the outside, and pour arrows on this guy. And if we see him save a spell, we know to get back because he's about to run at us. And winter wolves have 1, a lot of health, and 2, a breath attack, a long distance cold damage attack. That's fairly brutal. If he does break out, I'm going to pull back and let him run into our trap. Come on. Yeah, he's almost out. Two hit points remaining. Pull back. Oh yeah, he didn't get out. So not only can they have to save first, they have to get away from the... There we go. That was 1,000 gold pieces. Good one. And our trap will just sit there until some poor hapless fool walks over it by accident. I think this is the right spot. If it's not, we might be... Oh, this is messy, this area up here. Can I justify doing this? I think I would likely need another web spell to do this properly. Oh, we've got sleep spells. We should be right. Yes, the great Xvart ambush. Were it possible to do this without killing them all, I would be all for it. Put a round on him. I sort of was wondering today whether I should have been better off going with an elf. One, it wouldn't be an illegal character, so I wouldn't get, you know, the really serious players telling me off. And 2, we would get a bonus to hit with both our weapons, short swords and with bow. Oh, that's just too good. Really? Really? Stealth mode activated. Alright, let's get in here and take out some of this other stuff. This guy's almost down. Let's shiv him in the back. Shake, miss again. Critical hit. He'll take us out. You watch this. We'll lose a head. beautiful. Speaking of critical hits, bits of him all over the place. Alright. Let's have a look around. Alright, let's drop an arrow on this guy. I don't think he saw us then. I'm pretty sure we hit him. We were out of sight before the arrow even landed, so he didn't notice us. That one saw us. Oh, let's get out of here before like heaps of them turn up, which they now do. Let's see if we can get them to bunch up a little bit, and then we'll drop a sleep spell on them. This is a perfect application. Now, one of them is still awake. Focus fire on him. Come on, deal with him quickly. You monster! You kill us when we do nothing to you. Well, Ursa kill you. Ursa protect us because Ursa kind. Okay, one sec. There we go. Oh, there's lots of them that just turned up out of nowhere. I'm going to pull back, break the line of sight, and split their numbers a bit. Because whilst they are only cute and little, we've seen that bad things can happen out of nowhere. Stealth mode. Let's see how many are coming after us. Let's drop him behind him and shiv him in the back. That's more like it. That's what a backstab's supposed to look like. Ursa the Cave Bear, 50 hit points. Okay. Oh, that's not good. There's a lot of that which I don't like. It just... Oh, that's nasty. Let's get in here and stab some of these guys. Just one down. We get a bonus to hit because they're unconscious. That one's disabled, so we may as well move to the next one. That's not good. More on their way. It's only 2 though, so let's just roll back this way. Oh, we're going to get... The bear's going to spot us if we run back. This one down. Yeah, we're better off holding our line here and not dealing with the cave bear. I think there's going to be traps that deal with that bear. Come on, take him out. He's nearly dead. Stabbity stab stab. These two will probably just run off. Yeah, well, revenge of the sleeping Xvart. I think we're going to be using traps to deal with that big bear. If we can get it slowed, we'll be right. Boom. Taking some gnarly damage from these guys. Alright, you know, I've had enough of this. Let's just end this now. There's no point stinging over spells if you're going to take that much damage. I'm going to clear out these guys first, and then I'll deal with Ursa, the bear. Also, I'm pretty sure I've got a thing with bears that they move much faster than they used to. Bears used to be noticeably slower than our own movement rate. This is no longer the case. Bears now move rapidly, as they should in real life. There we go. How are we for experience points? Yeah, we're getting up there pretty well. Let's see if we can deal with a bear. Maybe we'll survive barely. Haha. Where is the bear? Ooh. The bear is moving. We can use that radar to help us seek the target out. Come on. Where is the bear? Ursa the cave bear. Let's drop a trap right here. There's a chance this trap will slow the bear. Oh no. Oh yeah, no, it succeeded. There we go. Option 1 would be to backstab, but that's a low chance of survival strat, that one. Boom. Slowed, and massive, massive damage. Well, I want to take advantage of this slow bear. Boom. One more arrow. Boom again. We got the bear. Nice one. So yes, we need 10,000 each for these levels. It's kind of nice how these have kind of matched up. The experience totals for each level have matched. Okay, we've almost finished our attack on the Xvarts. There should be a cave around here, and I think there's some fully hectic loot in there as well. If it's just a single Xvart, it'd be a backstab, but if it's not, I might just have to play this sort of game a little bit. Oh, we broke stealth. That was cool. Nope. Would really just like to hit this guy with my bow. Come on, shoot him. Yeah. These remind me of the Cybermen from Dragon Ball Z. Little mini cell things. They sound similar. They're kind of disposable. You know. Alright, let's get behind this guy and shiv him in the guts. Where is he going? There we go. That's how we roll. I think it's next level we get a times 3 for our backstab. And eventually we get up to times 5, which pretty much wrecks most things in the game. By the time you get to times 5 backstab, most things just turn into bits and pieces. Although the assassin gets up to times 7 at high levels and get poison. That was the runner-up idea. I thought we might go with the assassin for poison attacks. They're excellent. That's not what we wanted. We'll just fight you 1-to-1. I mean, how much damage is this Xvart really going to do? That's a different story. Let's see if we can get them bottled up together. And I think you guys know what I'm going to do next. Pull back and sleepity sleep sleep. Good night. One left. Save versus death. The time we're spending dueling this guy, we're not dealing with these guys, so that's better. While he runs away. And while he'll run away, we may as well just do serious damage to these. Listening to a video by Aodhan, the YouTuber, was talking about how in the original Baldur's Gate, and I remember this just when he mentioned it, I remember that morale in your own party was a much bigger deal in the old game. You had to, it was very possible that your people would take a very minor damage or see a nasty kind of enemy and they would just run. And part of maintaining your morale was drinking, like going to inns and buying alcohol, and yeah. It's different now, and it was pretty annoying. I mean, I remember the old game being absolutely punishing. For one, you played on an area that wasn't much bigger than probably this, so you were forever like scrolling around and trying to see where you were going. A lot of stuff wasn't very clear, some stuff was kind of glitchy, but that said, I've got my old copy somewhere of Baldur's Gate, the old 6 discs, and part of me is tempted to go back and play it. I've seen some people playing the original version of the game. Cave Bear. I think it's time for us to have a little sleep. And I think... Mirror Image is a good emergency spell, but we should really be using it when we stuff up. I'd rather have Web and be flexible. It's a question. So, that's not good. I don't think... Apparently there's a party of Xvart. Wakes you up from your dreams. Just now we're getting to the good parts. I haven't read that one before. Can we rest?
You do not dream often, but tonight the visions are vivid indeed. Long have you walked,
Definitely read through
but
these.
now you find yourself back amidst the stones of Candlekeep. Your former home looms before you, but the gate is closed.
Alright, we got the ability to heal a little bit. Yes, the dreams are important. Is there potential for us to trap the inside of this cave, or are we going to be trapping the outside? I don't want to be dealing with... So with this bear in here, there's a bear in there, and a chair as well. We don't want to be fighting him in these close quarters. We'll get stuck somewhere and get mauled to death. So my thinking is... we might be able to just drop some traps down here. Or we could use a web spell. That's the other option. If we can drop a web spell over here, it should catch him. Oh. That could be a real problem, is your character moves somewhere. The bear saved first spell. So we've got to make sure we wait until the bear is held. The bats are held. That's interesting. I didn't think that would happen. Where is the bat? Ooh. He's moved out of range. Let's use this time to pop a slow trap over here. We can throw that in here. It went off. And the cave bear save us spell. So it didn't get hit by our slow ability. I think we're going to put down a little trap just here. Oh, that can happen. So I think we're actually... the cave bear's held. Let's move. Can we spot it without getting held ourselves? Looks like we're just on the corner of it. Oh, watch for this. Oh no, I'm held. Hopefully we save before the bear does, or bad things are going to happen. Oh no, he saved a spell. We are about to die a horrible, horrible death. We may get away with this. Okay, run. Oh god. I don't like this. Oh. Break away. Break away. Oh my god, he's right there. Run away. Aodhan, run away. Okay, can we get him with a sleep spell? Yes, we can. Had no effect. He's too high level. We can probably... oh, what? They respawned. Oh no. Okay, bad things are happening. Bad things are happening. Let's get around this corner and try our best to hide and break the line of sight like an Assassin's Creed. That one Xvart is really ruining it for us. Come on, and go dark. Hide. Nope. We've got to do this. Alternatively, if I see anything come up the corner, I'm going to pop a web. There they are. Okay, we're going to deal with that bear first if we can. No. We're going to hop up here. Hope the bear has lost track of us. And we'll know if the bear has us again, because we'll see it come up on the message bank down here. But that bear will die. So yes, automatically hitting targets because they're held. We want to be stealthing. We really want to be stealthy. Sneaking. There we go. Good. We can't save while a web is running because it's an effect. And I am going to be playing this very cautiously. Largely damaged cave bear. Let's look at the stats. So 3 attacks per round. That's the problem. Gets in close, it'll take us out. And it's got Greater Malison? But that's the symbol of a haste spell. That might be how SCS gives bears improved rate of motion. That might be what that is. I'm thinking it might be an idea. This must be where bears go. Oops. We don't want to be trekking around without our stealth up. I wonder where the bear went. Radar is saying somewhere over here because we lose the track if we go further away. Up this way by the look of things. There's our cave bear. Okay. Oh, a wolf just teleports in. Thanks for that. Can we try and put you to sleep? Both literally and then figuratively. Save a spell. Do we get a second shot? Run! Okay, well, we could put armor on. Couldn't we? Oh, we sold our armor. Yes, we did. And I've removed the sidebar. What to do? Badly injured cave bear. Let's track it a bit. Let's put an arrow in it. Should have dropped my trap, actually. That was what I should have done. Let's hop in here. Drop a trap. Oh, we can't. We're kind of backing ourselves into a corner here, which is the other side of the problem. Let's see if we can kill this bear. It's worth plenty of experience points. So I think it's worth doing. Did the bear see us, do you think? Just quickly, if I had to fight an animal real life, it's bears and cassowaries. And I just... let's deal with this wolf. I should be clever about this. That's the only thing. We're kind of at a disadvantage if we fight them like this. Maybe if I sleep somewhere safe around the corner and don't get eaten, I'll be fine. Okay. Let's go see if we can find that bear. Oh, the bear has healed as well. I didn't know that happens. It's alright. We're going to do the time-honoured double web. The double web is an ancient ability passed down by all the best people playing solo. Okay, so he's held. Let's get in there and put some arrows down. And while we've got arrows happening, once our spell bar here fills up, we will cast yet another web. Because no one gets through 2 webs. There we go, double. So even if he breaks 1 web, he has to get through the other one. Kinda wish we had more damage output though. A composite longbow does noticeably more damage. You really do smash them apart. I'm thinking of what to call this episode. It might be We Survived Barely. Oh, see, yep. So he broke out of one of the webs, but the other one got him. But the webs will start to dissipate in a second. Nothing lasts forever. Yeah, we're about to lose it, I think. Oh, we might get one more shot on this guy. Just in time. 650 experience points. Was there anything else in that cave, come to think of it? There's an Xvart up here. Let's... oh, we'll be right. There's just one Xvart. We'll just duck behind her. We'll duck behind here if we have to. There's 3 though. There we go. There's a whole mess of them around here somewhere. Anyway. We've got something here we could try and break open. Potentially, though, this could be trapped. So we're going to sit here and let this run for a second. Now, another thing I do is I kind of do save scum for traps because it's not exactly an engaging system with traps. It's not, you can't stealth and search for traps at the same time, which is pretty annoying, but you can search for traps while you're invisible. So that's something we'll definitely be doing later on. Let's just crack this open. Oh, a +1 sword. Speed factor is only very slightly slower, so I think that's a very good deal. We will boost our damage. Oh, I don't think it registered out. Ah, there we go. +1. So now we do more damage when we hit things. Gotta be a good thing. Potion of fire resistance. That might not get used at the end of the day, but we'll see. A +1 sword. So there's a slight delay now when we decide to hit a target and we actually hit them, but we do noticeably more damage on a backstab, and generally too. So that's good. Oh, do you think he saw us? There's more and more of these guys turning up. I think resting may not have been a wise idea. I think the game keeps loading enemies in outside of the zone too. I'm seeing more and more of them spawning in after a while. Let's stealth already. Okay, let's see how many there are. 1, 2. Are there more down here is the question. I'm happy to take out 2, but not 478,212. Oh, it's nothing like missing a backstab. Alright. Go to sleep, everybody. Okay. Looks like we got them all. Oh, there's one more up there. More on their way. Let's keep ourselves moving. See, a mirror image would allow us to fight 1-to-1, but they could still get through eventually. Hey, we got them all. Look at that. Go to town, mate. I should start with these guys up here to some degree, I think. Let's do that. These ones will come off their sleep sooner. And even if they're just a little bit damaged, a bow will take them out. Yeah, the sleep spell really does obliterate small, weak groups like this. We've got a live one. Yeah, let's hop down here and hit one of these guys. Alright, we'll take you out. Ouch. Magical sword. You got a point in it. He's right there. What are the stats of these guys? 9. They get 2 attacks. I didn't know that. In some ways, that's a bit of a risk. Could we just kill this guy, do you think? No, apparently not. I'm going to extend out. Put an arrow in him instead. No. We're going to extend out so that when they wake up, they don't come running for us, hopefully. I mean, the thing is, we'll never be a really decent fighter. Like, it'll never happen. By the time we get any good, the game will get harder and harder. So it's not actually... We need to use strategy to... That was a mistake, because I intended to use my dagger and used a bow instead. We've got a couple of Xvarts tracking towards us, apparently. See, this... You just never know what's going to happen with small, cute enemies like that. God, imagine dying to an Xvart. Oh, come on. Yeah, we just really need to use bows and maneuvering. Because just that critical hit thing, it happens once in 20, and it happens at the wrong time and you're dead. Let's roll down here. God, 14 damage from a bloody Xvart. I mean, if you were a level 1 character, and you well could be at this point, we'll try out our new healing spell. Okay. Let's go see our sleeping beauties over here and see if we can take out some of them. Oh, well, you're a simple arrow shot away from not being a factor anymore. Let's just have a quick look around here. I think they've all gone to ground. Okay, let's roll through here and find any more caves, and then we'll clear off. Considering how little experience points, how few experience points you get here, one would wonder whether it's actually worth coming through here and doing the great Xvart massacre. Oh, we're about to lose our stealth. We're exposed. There was very little time to react there. We'll just use a sleep spell or something, won't we? No. Okay, that worked. 3 of them there. Yeah, I think 3 justifies use of a sleep spell. And they're all in a tight group. I go to sleep and imagine that you're there with me. You guys probably didn't sign up for me to be singing, did you? Alright. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. That said, it all adds up, and we are clawing our way towards our next level. Finish him. Fatality. Stealth mode. There we go. Let's go for a wander up here and see if there's anything else we can find that's cave-like. So yes, SCS spawning enemies in just outside of the fog of war, really not a fan of that. You can sort of clear out an area and then find yourself, you know, dealing with nasty stuff very quickly. And we're not even in the right area for what I wanted to do. Oh, hello there. Gee, that's not a very safe place to stand with your back to something. Oh, it's a +1 sword, come on. Break off. Okay, we've got a similar weapon, so it's not really worth us trying to... That's more like it. And in a moment, you're going to hit him again with that bow. You ready? Go. I never know how long to wait before I shoot. I just never do. Critical hit. So yes, if we had played a fighter mage thief, we would have a composite bow. We wouldn't have as many levels and everything, so our thief skills would be falling behind, but we'd have more hit points. We'd be hitting more often. There's a lot of good reasons to say that that's the best solo class. But I think it's just a little bit unfocused, poorly balanced, and you wind up with it being you wind up being a decent fighter thief with a couple of spells to help you out, whereas I want to pivot towards lots of spell casting later on. Once you get into the second game in particular, being able to cast advanced spells really does help. Okay. There is an option for us as well. I might put this here in the comments and in the description as well, whether we want to look at doing the black pits as a later sort of goal. The black pits gives you a surge of experience points, so it can be seen as somewhat unbalancing, but I quite like fighting through the black pits and taking that extra experience through to... I think I'm going to drop a trap here. Yeah, he's slowed. We can probably deal with him now. Stealth success. Let's drop an arrow on him. Even slowed, he's not exactly super slow, is he? One more arrow. Come on. There we go. This is how you fight wolves. One more. Come on, baby. Oh, gee, it'd be really good if you could actually land some of these shots. He's now at full speed. We're going to get one more shot at this. It's off to the daggers. And here he comes. Again, we've got 4 as our armor class, fighting a wolf. Oof, glad you did that. 65 experience points, which brings us up to almost 7,000. Now, there are plenty of places to go if you want to quickly get experience points, and I have one in mind. I really don't like using the classic basilisk spot, which everyone else goes to. It seems a bit cheap to go there. It just costs 1 spell that we already really have. The basilisks are creatures which can turn you to stone by looking at you, and they terrified me when I was a kid playing this game, because they just kill you as soon as you turn up. But instead, we're going to go and check out the sirens over in this area along the coast here. But first, I think we're in the right spot for what I want to do. Yep, we're in the right spot. Larissa, please, I beg of you, go no further. Brage is there. He was the captain mentioned before. Soon about him with the carnage he has wrought. I have tried to reason with him, but it is as if he is possessed by another's soul. It was all I could do to flee the swing of his tremendous blade. Who is this Brage you speak of? There's a bounty on him, so if we kill him, we will get... Oh, wow.
Greetings, playthings. Thou hast found me when I alone could not.
I pray you left a trail of crumbs to lead us all back again. The others did not, and so they have decided to stay. Shall we try to find the way home together? I pose you a riddle, the answer to which I once knew, but now cannot perceive. Remind me, and we shall all return unto the day. Fail, and stay with me in the dark, forgetting whence you came. It has neither mouth nor teeth, yet it eats its food steadily. It has neither village nor home, neither hands nor feet, yet it wanders everywhere. It has neither country, nor means, nor office, nor pen, yet it is ready to fight always. By day and by night there is wailing about it. It has no breath, yet to all it appears. I can't remember which one it is. War. Could be war. It eats its food steadily. Neither hands nor feet, yet it wanders everywhere. Kind of war as well, I suppose. There is wailing about it. It has no breath, yet to all it appears. Well, I guess war appears only to soldiers and people caught up in the war. It's death. To all it appears. Yeah, I think it's death. The end of night, where the light shines unto mine eyes, and I can see clearly once again. What hath I wrought? 'Tis horrible, horrible. I will welcome the block that must awake me at Nashkel. How could I live with what I have done? Please, thou must guide me to the town where I might pay for my crimes. I fear I can keep my senses for only so long. I must not be allowed to do this again. Too many good people have lost their lives to me. Please. Well, we can still get him in for a bounty if we want, but no, I think we'll take him back to the Temple of Helm. I fear I can do nothing. I'll let you read this one if you like. Yes, it's the sword, he says, that has done this to him. Alright.
Greetings, playthings. Thou hast found me when
Do
I
not
alone could not.
Do not disgrace me further in front of Helm. Calm yourself, Brage. Helm sees all that he wishes, and knows much of what you do not. It was your hands, indeed, that did many a foul deed, but it was not your will alone. Intent is vital, and yours was influenced without your knowledge. Justice will be done, with atonement, not punishment. But my crimes, my family, I don't want to go on. If you are returned to the garrison, yours will be the only willful killing that has occurred. So we are being rewarded for this as well. His life has been spared. Cool. And what has Nalan got?
Intrepid adventurers at our door.
Tempted to buy one of these and stick it away for later. We could use some antidotes as well while I'm here. I'll just get a pair. There we go. I was just thinking actually we need more items like this. I think we need to identify that. So we'll do an identifying. Oh, I don't have the identify scroll. Oh, that's unfortunate. In that case, I think we're going to have to go and sell. So yeah, we got 1,000 gold. Did we get any experience? Yes, we did. And we got this Sword of Berserking, which someone will surely wish to buy. And hopefully not use. Okay, storekeep. Oh yeah. Got plenty of gold. Cursed Sword of Berserking. This is a cursed sword which performs perfectly under every test save the heat of battle. Upon entering combat, the wielder will immediately go berserk, killing everything within reach until either calming down or falling unconscious. A very powerful sword, but one must decide whether it is worth the risk. I wonder if someone playing solo could make use of this. Just depends how long the berserk goes for. But yeah, 1d10 plus 3. I mean, a plus 3 sword, they are only really easy to find at the very end of the game. Plus 3 is special. So to find it this early, I imagine that it's not really practical to use. So we'll sell it off. We can't use it anyway. Sell off our dagger. Sell off the shield. We are rolling in cash. I suspect we'll get more. I'm sure I have the identify spell. Did I purchase the scroll? Did I put it somewhere? I'm going to go and just see my buddy up north. I can't sell it either. Let's go and see, what's his face? With the high hedge. Wait be a second. We'll just duck up there and say hi to him. We need to be able to identify our items. We'll save so much money doing it. I could have sworn I'd bought the identify scroll. I'm just going mad, aren't I? High hedge. Okay, let's roll in and talk to our buddy. We can probably afford some pretty decent spells too. I just wish we had more slots. I mean, a ring of wizardry would absolutely make me grin and giggle.
Hello, pal.
Hello. Whoa, slow down. I'm trying to plan the grandest of heists here. With all your tromping about, I can't get a word. Can't hear a word I'm thinking. Say it out loud. Okay, here's the plan. There's a big-time mage living over that rise. Magic items scattered all over the place. I'm betting. Trouble is, he's got these 2 hideous flesh monsters guarding him and no shadows where I can lurk. Brute force is useless against the monsters. Everything is useless. There must be a way to outwit the witless. But damn if I know how. But I'm finding a halfling village for somewhere to pick on. A halfling village? Do you know who you speak of? If I was any angrier, I'd take you out. Anyway, I have in the past killed his 2 friends, these flesh golems up here. The problem I find is that if you do, Thalantir goes hostile and remains that way. And Thalantir wrecks you pretty well if you try and fight him. What have you got? We can sell anything marked red we can't use. And for some reason, you have to be a warrior to use these potions. Why, I can't even begin to imagine. Okay, a scroll of identify. Bingo. A scroll of friends would be handy too. Oh, yeah, I think that might be worth doing, because that will give us the ability to get better prices if we do a really big purchase. Maybe we find a store we want to do that. The rest of these spells I wouldn't really use. We've got the ones we want right now. Spook is great later on, because as you level up, you get better and better saving throw penalties against your target. Spook is a single target fear, but this thing works for ages, like basically the whole game. If it can be feared, then it likely will be. Spell deflection. That's a level 3 spell. That's a great spell to have. Ooh, there's an option. There's We could buy a wand of sleep. That would allow us to... There's a lot of gold. See, part of me thinks that might be wise, though. We could diversify. We could use our spell book for other spells. No, I'm not going to buy that. We've got the spell already. Agonaz's Scorcher. Great spell, but you're better off using the wand. The Wand of Fire, which you find later on, does 6d6 damage, so it's much better. Horror, again, would be good. We'll probably use it at some point, but it's a save spell, but there's no penalty, so we may as well use Sleep. I think it's got a similar area of effect. Lightning Bolt, the riskiest spell that ever happened. Yeah, it bounces off things and can go through your target multiple times, but probably you as well. There's an argument for this spell, but I don't think so. Globe of... it's a level 4 spell, so I won't be using that. I think... Ooh, the Claw. I always see different things about this, whether it's a good or bad item to keep. I'll leave it for you guys to discuss. I think we already have a pretty good save versus death, so it might be worth boosting everything else. But technically it's not a good item, or it is. There's all kinds of debates. I think if we lose 2 Constitution, we would lose points in a lot of this stuff as well, so we will hold off. Any potions? We could buy some potions of explosions. You know what? I'm going to buy 2. They're great. And we'll find some more later on, but 2 will give us a bit more flexibility in dealing with groups. Could buy good arrows, 71 gold each. I'm going to hold off for a bit. Okay, let's memorize these spells. Okay, let's rest outside. He wouldn't let us rest inside, would he? No. Oh, what a skeleton. I think we're going to have a hard time hitting him. We're doing so little damage. Let's close range and obliterate him. Shank him. You're going to be like that, are you? Let's see if I can sneak then. I'll get up behind you and take you out. Oops. Alright, let's see if he follows us in here. He does. And then he dies. Rest. Cool. So we're going to do some special things here where we'll just test it out for the first time. Oh, I didn't queue it. Identify and friends, and then we're going to go with a single sleep. Ooh. A Wand Sleep does make some sense, and can't decide, can I? We're still sleeping. We slept while stealthy. Boom. I don't need the sword. There we go. I find those throwing daggers really useful for dealing with kobolds later on. So, now that we've got the right spells... we didn't sleep, did we? Just going to say, there's undead here and nowhere else. I'm going to say Thalantir is at fault. And he should be aware of that. So we'll cast the friendship spell. We now have 21 charisma, so that's going to really help us with certain things. Let's see how much our chainmail sells for. In fact, that's made the arrows much cheaper. It's made everything much cheaper. Maybe now is a good time to buy things. Potion of Explosion is still very expensive. What was here that we were going to look at buying? The Wand of Sleep. It's now 1,300. Save as Wand is also harder to save against. Oh, do they get the negative modifier? They don't. The Wand of Fear, they don't either. I am going to hold off. I'm not going to be buying wands. We'll find some good ones later on. So that'll be cool. What can we buy while we've got this in effect? I think it'd be worth buying some +1 arrows. Potion of Mirrored Eyes. We've got a spell that does the same thing. Yeah, that's a great potion. We'll buy some of them later on. Don't you worry. Potion of Perception allows us to break better locks, but it's unlikely we're going to get that much gold out of a lock anyway, so probably not. Let's have a look. Potion of Freedom. Free action would allow us to fight in amongst our own webs. That's actually not a bad idea. I'm going to buy 2. And a Potion of Strength, which we don't need. We already have 18. Okay. That gives us some flexibility. Good for us to have. What have we got in here anyway? Visibility, clarity, antidotes. Good. We're getting some pretty decent flexibility out of our... we're going to leave all this. Oh, we should go find Mr. Cole Quettle. In fact, that might be how we end this episode. If our friend's spell lasts long enough, we might even go past and buy some stuff. We could have probably been in stealth mode this whole time. We're going to book it over to Beregost and go to the Thunderhammer Smithy. Hopefully our friend's spell stays in effect, because that would be pretty good. There's some good stuff there, I think. Yeah. 4 hours, and the spell dissipates. So instead what I'm going to do is kill every single person in here. No, I'll just pay for a single room. It costs like 1 gold piece. I could have sworn there was an inn around here that had a club in one of the rooms, but it might not be this one. Oh, are we ready to deal with something pretty hairy? I think we are. Let's rest. We'll change off one of these. And we'll go with a sleep spell and 2 webs. Have a little nap. We'll pop upstairs and have a look. Spen Gilmech. I like that. Alright, let's do some robbery. Hey, there it is. Used to be a club, the Stupefier. Let's see what this one is. And now I wish I had properly set up my identify spell. Oh, I didn't identify the need. And that's not an item. Let's talk to Spen Gilmer. To Firewine with you. I hope you gets the gout. Firewine. Where is and what is that? Pretty far to the south and east, but a strong pair of legs will get you there just fine. Make sure they're strong enough to get you back, though. Firewine is a death trap, and that is exactly right. It's not far from Gullican as well. Cool. Well, we've got an item we might be able to give to our buddy. Before long, we actually get enough lore. Lore is an ability here that increases as you level up. Bards get a ton of it, and basically never have to worry about identifying things with spells or anybody else. But, what was I going to say? Thieves get a decent amount too, so that should help us here. I'm going to spend 1 gold to rest and get our identify spell back. So we can identify that and sell it. 1 gold to identify. Okay, let's identify the Stupefier. 10% chance that targets will be stunned. Unfortunately, for some reason, we can use clubs, but we cannot use maces. Much to my... Well, this is very sad, I think. I really want to... Oh... Okay, look, next episode I'm going to try and deal with the actress up there. Thespian extraordinaire. We can't actually because it's nighttime. Let's rock over here and say hi to people. Can we rest here? I think we can. We aren't doing a timed run. We're not worried about how many days we spend. Let's go talk to our buddies in here. Before I cast anything, let's cast this. There we go.
Kiss me, Blarney. What you wish done?
Kiss me, Blarney. What have you got for us? Now we've got tons of charisma because we've just cast that spell. Daggers +1, slings, crossbows, arrows. They're still expensive. In fact, the +2 ones aren't all that much more. And they're really, really good. They hit like a ton of bricks and they hit almost every time. Shield Amulet. That gives us the access to the shield spell at will. How much is it again? Oh, easily done. Boom. Okay, we now have the shield spell. Instead of having to memorize it, we've got it. That's huge. Tempted to buy some +1 arrows or even some +2s for later. 189. My, that's expensive as all hell. Let's see what happens if we buy 40. Yeah, that's way too expensive. We can't justify that. We'll be finding good arrows later on. Yeah, we'll hold off for now. And we'll sell these at inflated prices because we're super charismatic. Super califragilistic, expialidocious. Yeah. Cool. Alright. The shield amulet is awesome. Now, where can I find Mr. Cole Kettle? If memory serves, he lives right near our buddy over here. Right near Elven Firebead. I think he's in this house, actually. In fact, it might be faster to go straight through there. And it is. There's Kagane's shop up here as well. I might see if he has anything good to buy. I don't remember him having anything good, but the randomizer might have blessed us. And with his extra friendship, extra charisma. Mr. Cole Kettle. Oh, nailed it.
You're a long-tongued lout, ain't you?
No visitors today. I'm quite unwell with grief over my missing son. I told the fool not to travel in such times, especially with wife and child in tow, but he would not listen. Now I have no idea where he... Wait. Where did you get that amulet? It was certainly a piteous sight. A young family cut down in a cowardly raid. This was among their meagre belongings. It was my son's. Might I have it? Of course, I arrived. I was regretful that I couldn't have arrived sooner and prevented their deaths. Thank you. Funny, isn't it, how a simple piece of cut glass takes on so much more worth? Please leave me. Alright. We're rapidly getting our reputation up to the higher levels. That will also drop prices for us. So that's good. Okay. I'm going to make the cut here. We're going to have a little rest over here at the Burning Wizard again. We've slept there a couple of nights now. We're going to come outside and talk to this guy and hopefully not die. You're in for some fun when we do. If we were going to fight an actress, what spells would we use? I'd be a big fan of magic missiles to be able to shut down her spells. We've got the wand of magic missiles, so maybe not. I think given her slender frame, she'd be immune to sleep spells, as is the way with elven kind. I think we might need to blind her, and we might need to try a couple of times. And I think I will take a shield. Does she use magic missile? I think she would. And yes, we'll be webbing. Definitely webbing. Okay. Peasant. Rest. Done. We're good to go. And so long you aren't getting your boots back. We're keeping them until later when we find better boots. I'll make the cut here. And I will see you guys for the next one. Good luck.